Happy New Year 2026 is here. Alright, shout out to all the returning subscribers. Get me. Hope you're having a fantastic new year so far. May it continue. By the way, my name is Versatile, aka the Attribute and Trusted Name you can trust when it comes to all things reactions. Yeah, man. What can I say? What can I say? You see the title of this live stream. So there's going to be things that make sense in regards to the wrap up 2025. All right. But first, yeah, just so we can make sense of things before we get into, Uncle Murda's wrap up, Mad Skillz wrap up, RA's wrap up, and Justina Valentine's wrap up, we have to find out what the Shade Room is saying first, what's the viral moments, and then we'll get into that. All right, and then we'll also get possibly the memes of 2025 as well. All right, that's if I can get to it. But anyway, let's keep it moving. You see, I have the headphones on, right? Because last time when I reacted to this type of content, it got blocked. Do you understand? It got blocked, and I was like, yeah, I know what to do next time. I know how to eradicate this problem. All right, so now, as you can see here, this is on the Shade Room's website, right? So shout out to, what's their name? Jadrina. Is this even updated for real? For real? I don't even know. Either way, we can check. The holiday season is upon us, roomies, and this is what it's time for us to look back on the many viral moments of 2025. So obviously, in the image, you have Donald Trump, you have Diddy, aka Sean Combs. You have, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Damn. That was not this year. That was in 2025. Damn. May rest in peace, man. But then Young Thug as well. Get me? Whoop-de-doo. If you know, you know. Anyway, so let's get straight into it. So what a year. Okay, that's linking back to the other one, to last year's one. I think last year's one, I don't think I did it on this channel. I did it on my other channel. But let's keep it moving anyway. All right, so here are the viral moments of January 2025. Donald Trump is sworn in as TikTok is almost sworn out. I see what they did there. Yeah, because I believe this was the time when you guys in America basically TikTok was about to allegedly be banned. We know what time that was. If you listen, I don't want to talk about political news and all that stuff there. Get me? That's not for this channel. You know what I mean? If you want political news, you might as well go elsewhere. I'm not I apologize, get me? But political news often comes with division tactics, and I ain't in for the division tactics. This is all about unity here. You get it? Because you believe in who you want to believe in, you support whoever you want to support. It's just like sports, but sports is a different thing. But anyway, the Shade Room previously reported on January 20th, Donald Trump was sworn as the 47th president of the United States. This after previously serving as the country's 45th president. Since then, his second term has been marked by unprecedented efforts of block birthright citizenship and impose hefty tariffs. Additionally, this also includes a $5 million residency gold card, travel bans, food stamp delays, and policy updates, and more. I mean, it's Donald Trump. I mean, he was the one that put an advert. This was in the 90s, by the way, just to let you know the thing I'm about to talk about. He wasn't president yet. He wasn't the mayor of New York. Wasn't none of that. He was just a businessman. Yeah. All he did was for the Central Park 5, he put an ad out. Do you understand? So if you understand that situation, and then those 5 guys were in jail falsely, you know what I mean? And if you know the story, you know the story. Get me? So I'll just keep it as simple as that. So if you voted for him, then that's on you, innit? Especially if you're black. But anyway. And obviously, 50 Cent supports Donald Trump. But I don't know if he I don't know. Let's talk about that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. But anyway, so here you see the image here. I'm not even gonna play the audio if I'm honest. I won't play the audio. There's literally no point. because we know what time it is. All right, so in January, talks of TikTok shut down, and then an actual one took place for less than 24 hours. Yeah, less than 24 hours. You know why? Because he wanted to play the hero. It's like Joe Biden was about to shut it down, but I brought it back to rescue. No, but you started it within your presidency. But anyway, we won't get to that. If you know, you know. You get me? I had the TL on tilt. Ultimately, the app was restored in the States. This with the apparent help of none other than, yep, you guessed it, Trump. Get me? It's create a problem, create the solution for the problem. You get it? Manipulative tactics. That's what that is. If you know, you know. But make of that you of your will. That's on you. All right, so we don't even to get into that part, but that's what also was trending. All right, so viral moments of February 2025. Kendrick Lamar hits the Super Bowl stage as Onochie hits viral superstardom. Don't know who anyway, we won't get to that. In February, Kendrick Lamar hit the Super Bowl halftime stage, throwing all the shades Drake's way with his viral performance, Not Like Us. You know I'm going to play this. The hit brought us the surprise guests, Samuel L. Jackson and Serena Williams, while SZA joined Kendrick amid the rest of his set. You know, say Drake, I hear you like him young. You know what's mad, yeah? I think Kendrick needs to get more recognition for what he actually did, which was quite historic. And let me explain to you why it's quite historic. There were some people that would say, oh, the performance wasn't all that cool. That's your opinion. But he performed the majority of his new songs. Yeah. Whereas most people who will go to the Super Bowl will perform more of their older songs. Yeah. So it's interesting that his album GNX was released what? It was released in November 2024. Yeah. Yeah, was it November or October? No, it was, yeah, I think it was November. So we only had like a few months to prepare in regards to making sure that he performed at a high level, right? So that's one thing. So not only that, he's also independent. Yes, he has a deal with UMG, but his company is BG Land. He has a deal with UMG. So like it's historic. There's no way. I don't know how to explain it. Like, yes, I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan. Don't get it twisted, but like, it's not even just about being a Kendrick Lamar fan. It's a thing of naturally as a human being, when someone does something successful, doing what they desire, as in like, there's literally not necessarily any compromise. You know how some people have to compromise, be like, I want to do this, but I can't do this. No, that's the wrong word, not compromise. I don't know what the word is, but I think you will more or less understand what I mean. But let's keep it moving. I'm gonna play this anyway. Get me TSR Fancy Street. Come on, she was crip walking because she's wearing the blue. She's from LA. I mean, technically she's from Compton. Kendrick's from Compton. She's gonna show up. And I like how Serena's husband Alexis was hyping her up. Get me? I like how he was hyping her up still. Get me? Shout out to Alexis. Get me? One of the part owners. In fact, Serena's also a part owner of Chelsea Football Club Women, but that's for another day, for another topic. Oh, it's taking me to Instagram. Okay, can't watch it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But anyway, let's keep it moving because it would be technically wasting a bit of time if we've seen it before. Also, in that month, a woman named Onija Robinson turned into a viral sensation with a request that took her from Brooklyn, New York, to Pakistan. Okay, yeah, what am I thinking? In search of love. She went to Pakistan. Hey, you know what? Yeah, listen. Sometimes, yeah, you have to do what your heart sets you out to do. Get me? Or get me? Do what you gotta do in it. All right. So Robinson turned heads by seemingly going MIA for a couple of months. However, in April she popped out, making it clear she's not only secured her man but a bag as well. Okay. See, I've seen her go viral. I won't even lie to you, but like, who is this, bruv? Like, why is she what's going viral? What? Because he's in Pakistan. I'm like, all right, cool. What? Black woman in Pakistan? What is that rare? Like, what? A black person can't go to Pakistan or any other Asian country. Anyway, March. Marvin Sapp closes the door at his church. Wait, was that 2025? Hey, yo, I remember that. Anyway, so Marvin Sapp closes the door at his church while Yandy Smith closes the comment section on her marriage. In March, footage resurfaced. Marvin Sapp instructed ushers at his 109th Pentecostal assemblies of the World Convention in Baltimore, Maryland, to close the doors of the church. At the time, Sapp was speaking to congregants and ordered each of them to donate $20, while also urging fellow preachers to donate $100. Ultimately, Saps explained that if everyone donated, the church would have $40,000 payday. In TSR's comment section, social media users reacted to the clip. Some started to feel ungodly, while others felt like his action is friendly extortion. I mean, look, you see, when it comes to tithes and offering and stuff like that, you give what you can afford to give. Yeah. It's not by force. Yeah. You shouldn't feel forced to be able to give. If you can give, give. If you can't give, then don't give. Well, if you can't give, you can't give, innit? You know what I mean? But then when you can give and you do want to give, give. Give what you can. That I don't understand when some I've seen it about in some cases here, but the way, if I remember that, I actually want to go to it, but the problem is if I click on the link, if I click on it, it'll take me to Instagram, and then I might have some audio issues. So I have to be very careful. But yeah, like so yeah, it's crazy to me. I'm thinking these you have to understand that you have to understand your congregation. You understand if they can afford to give it, and then you got to remember people are still going through the cost of living crisis. You know what I mean? The cost of living crisis ain't over yet. It's not over yet. Well, at least to some. You know what I'm saying? Oh, can I actually play this? Hold on. I can. I can play it, but I can't hear the audio. Huh, I can't hear the audio. Alright, anyway, doesn't matter. Alright, so ultimately, SAP issued his own explanation in response to the clip and negative backlash. Alright, so obviously, Marvin Sapp responds to the resurfaced footage, asking church ushers to close the doors while asking the congregation for 40K. 40K. This has been misinterpreted as holding people hostage as well as offensive. That was never my intent. Marvin Sapp, respectfully, you're supposed to be a man of God. Tell the truth. Because look, the reality is that clip, there's no way you can make it seem misinterpreted. I understand how there is some form of media manipulation where some people cut things and place things in different places, blah, blah, blah. I get it, I understand it. However, the reality is the way that was, it was what it was. Just be accountable, be like, you know what? Yeah, I was wrong. Boom, boom, boom. Get me? Because it's not like he's the only one that does it. Let's be real. He's not. But you shouldn't. You can make it a learning lesson. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do. You don't have to now end up trying to gaslight people and just lie to people and be like, get me? It was never meant to come across like this. I was doing my intention. Come on. What was your intention then? If your intention was not for people to give, then what was your intention? And like, obviously, I can't even hear the clip properly again, but like, sometimes you just have to take accountability for your actions, especially as a grown adult. Take accountability for the actions you have done that have wronged other people, and you know what I mean? What's wrong with that? Like, I don't understand why some people act like they can't take accountability. Just take accountability. It's fine. It's not going to hurt you. In fact, it will help you grow individually. And also, you may gain more respect of other people. And, hey, listen, your congregation might respect you more and might give more if they could. You never know. You never know. But anyway, let's keep it moving. All right. That jack's kind of cold though. I can't even lie. That way he spent 40 the congregation money. Okay, you know what? Let me stop. Let me stop. All right. No time for banter. Elsewhere, during March, an episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Is that show still going on? Anyway, shout out to Mona Scott Young. Atlanta showing the cast member of Jessica White sitting down with Yandy Smith during a conversation. White informed Smith that Mendices was allegedly DMing her niece. In turn, Smith shocked White when she alleged she was the one messaging White's niece. I know that Yandy was not the one DMing her. Yandy's husband was. What the hell is going on? White told the confessional cameras, she's clearly lying to my face, and I'm not calling her out about it because I don't feel that I should. She's already hurt. I haven't before. But yeah, man, hold on. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. But you know, with Love and Hip Hop, it's supposed to be. It's well, not even supposed to be. It's scripted reality TV, which, when you think about it, that terminology right there makes it make no sense. It's scripted, so it's not reality, is it? You understand? It's scripted. What's the point? Like for anyway, when Remy Ma and Papoose mentioned that, like it made me realize even further. And they were on Love and Hip Hop at one point, but then they had their own spin off. Do you know what I mean? Huh? That like. But yeah, Love and Hip Hop is a scripted reality show, so I don't know. Let's keep it moving. I don't want to, because even reading that was a bit disturbing. Not even a bit. It's highly disturbing. I didn't even want to read right there, but you saw that. I'm not even going to read that. I'm not even going to go through that, but you saw it's the same thing. Get me? Yeah. So anyway, since then, Sierra Gates has also leveraged cheating allegations against Mendices. Meanwhile, Yandy Smith went viral, revealing that she formed an emotional connection with a man outside of her. I know it's scripted reality here, but come on, man. What kind of madness is this? Anyway, let's move on. So, in April, Cowboy Carter goes nationwide. Gail King, time out. I'm not calling her Gail King. She is Snell Peasant. There's a reason for that. Get me? If you see my reaction to Snake Raw, aka her best friend, or more than her best friend, if you know, you know. Like, yeah. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Let's just keep it all way 100. Bird of a feather flocks together, and that's what they do. So that's what they do. Anyway, so her and Snell Peasant, Katy Perry, there was two other women or three other women, I can't remember. Basically they went to the moon. No, you didn't. You just went up in the air for a few seconds, maybe a couple of minutes, if that, and came right back down. Simple as that. You did not go to the moon. Get me? You ain't Frank Sinatra out here. It's not fly me to the moon. Nah, you didn't fly to the moon. You may have just touched a bit outside of, you may not even touch above the clouds, if that. Now, maybe you touched above the clouds. I don't know. But that's mad to me. You got, listen, let's keep it focused, all right? I'm not believing that for a second that they went to the moon. Did you even, look, did you even see the whole setup? I'm sorry, Jeff Bezos there may be a billionaire, but he ain't fooling me. Yeah, with that Blue Origin rubbish. He's not fooling me. Like, furthermore, why would any human being want to go outside? Like, I understand flying to another country. Cool, I understand that. But why do you want to touch the sky? Is your name Lupe Fiasco or Kanye West out here? You get me? But anyway, let's keep it moving. Sharon Sharp also goes viral, and MBJ goes sinners. No, you need to that got me messed up because I think MJ being Mary J. Blige, but MBJ is Michael B. Jordan. Anyway, yeah. So special guest in Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour was with obviously her daughters, Blue Ivy and Rumi Carter, as part of the show. Yeah, it was a wholesome moment. A very, very wholesome moment. Get me? Blue Ivy and Rumi joined Beyonce on stage for first Cowboy Carter tour stop in Los Angeles. Do you understand? This is you can tell Jay-Z backstage, you know what I mean? Like a proud husband and father. Like, think about it. Your daughters are on stage with your wife. Like, can you imagine? Do you know what I mean? Like, knowing that obviously Beyonce, like, I know some people like to compare her to Michael Jackson, but she's not. Beyonce is Beyonce, Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. Get me? Let's not compare. Let's stop all that. All right. But as far as one of those that know how to perform on stage, get me? She's one of those. And obviously she's from a different era. So get me? If she was to drop out an album out of the blue, no pun intended, then you understand it will go viral. She'll go number one like immediately. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Immediately. But anyway, but yeah, it's like raw. You can see that obviously Blue Ivy is obviously she's now getting used to the stage presence and all that stuff there because she's toured with she got on stage with her mom on several occasions. So she's getting used to it. Now, as for Rumi, this is obviously her first time, and that some may some was arguing and saying, she's pushing her kids into the life like that, blah blah blah. But it's not even that. If you understand kids will always, especially look, you can tell they love their mom. So it's more than likely whatever their parents do. Let's put it in this perspective. Whatever kids see their parents do, they want to get involved somehow, some way. You know what I mean? They just want to get involved. Like, they want to get involved. So obviously, Beyonce was probably like being nagged by Rumi. Like, can I be on stage with you? Can I be on stage with you? Like, mommy, can I be on stage with you? Mommy, like, she just probably just, you know what? You know what I mean? Because obviously, I think Beyonce low-key is a perfectionist as well. So it's like, sometimes it's like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying kids can mess things up, but kids can mess things up, okay? I'm joking. But no, all jokes aside, it's like, it's a thing of obviously, it's one thing having Blue Ivy there, and obviously, do you know what I mean? But it's another thing to have two of your kids there. But obviously, where Sir is, he's probably just chilling backstage with his dad, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Relax. Yeah, man. I know what everyone says. Where's Sir? Where he's chilling backstage with his dad. Well, how about that? Get me? The boys are chilling backstage, all right? Watching the girls do their thing. But anyway, let's keep it moving, man, because I spent too much on this. But you see that Blue is back. Yeah, I understand that Blue, you hear me? She might be next up still. Anyway, not because obviously she's being pushed out the lambs out. I'm talking about that presence. She got that manager's presence. I don't explain it. It's mad. It's mad. Thanks. So special moments from the tour include be helping a couple out with their gender reveal, the singer performing alongside Miley Cyrus and her hubby Jay-Z in Paris. Of course, in Paris. Like, why was it in Paris? In Paris. Anyway, they had a special moment in Paris. Let me. That's why. So they have a special connection there. Makes sense. And a special Destiny's Child reunion on the tour's final night. Wait, hold up, time out. Those who went, which Destiny's Child? Let me know. Because there is three, so there's two different versions of Destiny's Child. You got the fourth member, the one with the 4, and you got one with 3. Let me know. Obviously, we're going to show down there, but let's go. All right, so, okay, it was 3 of them. Yeah, so Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Michelle. I didn't say any names in order like that. That's how it came out, because Michelle is the queen of bridges. If you know, you know. Everyone has their role in doing what they got to do. Don't ever get that twisted. Anyway, let's keep it moving, because I feel like I'm spending too much time on this particular subject. Elsewhere during the month, Snell Peasant, Katy Perry, Lauren Sanchez, Amanda Nijuan, and Aisha Bowie, and Carrie-Anne Flynn took a trip to space. Like I said, no, they didn't. They just, I don't know what they did. I just know they didn't go to space. Not for, listen, because prior to that, remember, this is just from what I remember. This was in the news, yeah? On many news outlets. It was said that, I can't remember, I think, was it, who was it? I think one space, I don't know if it was NASA or whoever, but basically, they got stuck in space for like a number of months. And you're telling me someone who is as wealthy as Snell Peasant, Katy Perry, I don't know the wealth or the net worth of the other women that was mentioned, but from what I know of the wealth in regards to 2 names I mentioned, listen, you think they are going to, then again, you think about the submarine thing, the previous year. But the point I'm trying to make is, ain't no way, especially Snake Ross, he's not going to allow her. Do you know what I mean? She's not going to allow. I'm about to say, she's not going to allow her lover. Let me chill. All right, let me chill. Let me keep it moving, because I don't want to say things that will get me in trouble. All right. But if you get the point I'm trying to make, she will do everything to protect her friend. You know what I'm saying? Her friend. Anyway, also that month, Shannon Sharp found himself in headlines as reports surfaced that he was hit with a $50 million assault lawsuit from a woman in her 20s. In the words of Shannon Sharp, come on, man. If you know, you know. Oh, come on. I can't mimic Shannon Sharp. If I could learn to mimic, I will try to learn to mimic. I need to watch more of his content to be able to pull that off, to be honest. But anyway, subsequently, NSFW text messages seemingly revealed that Sharp and the woman revealed, as we're not going to give a free promo, but her name's there, had a consensual relationship. However, audio was shared that Shannon Sharp threatening to choke that person, and text simply showed her accusing him of, in her. Ultimately, Sharp settled the suit and ended up walking away from a hefty deal with ESPN, because he literally got that deal. The moment he got that deal, like moments later, that lawsuit happened. Now, I know some people be like, yeah, but it's a setup. whenever black people or black men make all this amount of money, that's when these lawsuits happen, blah, blah, blah. Well, hang on for a moment. How about men in general, yeah, especially black men, but men in general, how about, well, especially at his age, he should already be married, bruv. That's my thing. He should already be married. Listen, we already given him the onk status, so he should be married already. And I know he's got kids already. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm aware of that because I've watched some of his interviews. Get me? I may not be familiar with his NFL career because I'm not an avid NFL. I'm not an avid NFL watcher like that. If I watch it, even when I was watching the Super Bowl, like I was still confused. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I was so confused. You know what I mean? But I'll say that to say this. Sometimes you just have to be more disciplined. And you think someone who is an athlete would be more disciplined, but clearly, or former athlete would be more disciplined, but clearly is not. Or wasn't at that point. But himself, and this is the other thing. Anyway, I won't get into it because whatever legalities are whatever legal smeagol situation is, whatever that is. But let's keep it moving. Obviously it was a snow bunny. Anyway. And then this was the other thing, yeah. This was her response after the lawsuit was settled. She said, "Today I have decided to retire from OnlyFans. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past few years. This community has given me life I could have never imagined. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works, and I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for the next chapter." And then she says she loves them forever and ever. See, Shannon Sharp made a 20-year-old or 20-something-year-old retire from OnlyFans. I mean, and this is what's so mad. Monique warned him. Monique warned him and let him know that you should have a good woman by your side by now. She warned him. So did Cat Williams, by the way. Like, Cat Williams warned him. Two people warned him. If you don't take the warning from others, if you don't learn, you will fail. In the words of Very Dark Man, you're going to learn. And you're going to learn the hard way. And he learned the hard way. Because now, if you look in his past interviews, or his most recent interview, who was it with Blueface? Now he's rocking the grey beard. He's showing his age. But he's still wearing tight stuff, so that's another story for another day. But anyway, yeah, I mean, anyway, let's keep it moving. And anyway, we won't get into the rumors and accusations. You make of that as we will. Lastly, April saw the release of Ryan Coogler's latest film, Sinners, with Michael B. Jordan dual role as the Smokestack twins, not only landing him on big screen, potentially big awards for 2026, but it also reminded folks why he's a social media heartthrob. Hey, listen, women, if you're listening out there, if you believe he's a heartthrob, you believe he's a heartthrob. Get me? That's not for me to say. That's for you to say. Okay, well, that's for you to suggest. I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, so May. Jeez. May. Diddy's criminal trial kicked off. Rihanna's pregnancy looks kick off at the Met, and New Orleans inmate kick off the escape for freedom. I remember that. The inmates, how did they escape? How did they do a prison break? Wait. I want to know, how did they do a prison break? How do you do a prison break? But then it's not new that prison breaks exist, but it makes me want to rewatch the series Prison Break. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep it moving. All right, so in May, Diddy's criminal trial kicked off. The subsequent 8 weeks brought shocking revelations from Cassie revealing multiple alleged assaults by Diddy, coerced encounters with workers, a 4-day freak-off, alleged $20,000 blackmail. Week after week, the courtroom and the public were left in disbelief. Furthermore, the trial. So yeah, furthermore, the trial also featured a testimony from another Diddy, from another of Diddy's girlfriends, his employers, and many others, and also Daffy Dre, 50 Cent's second baby mother, basically. If you know, you know. But I say that to say this. I remember most people were asking, where is the Rico? Where is the Rico? Where is the Rico? Well, I'll tell you where the Rico was. He wasn't in court supporting Diddy because he came off the he decided to I'm out of this. So I had to do that. I listen. I like to play with words. So yeah, because there's Anthony Rico, who was going to be part of Diddy's legal team, but he subsequently left. I don't know why. We will find out maybe this year. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I do remember people asking where the Rico was, and my reaction. I had to do a playlist for it, but basically, I did my reaction. I was literally pointing out exactly where the Rico was. You know what I mean? But anyway, so that same month, Rihanna graced the Met Gala festivities with an unexpected surprise, her third baby pump. Unexpected. Come on now. Unexpected. You saw the way that ASAP Rocky basically came off his charges. Do you know what I mean? And he kind of beat the. Yeah, but you saw that situation. It was only a matter of timing when ASAP Rocky was gonna say, you know what? Get me. Get me. So, but yeah, man. The star formally debuted a bump on Met's red carpet. Get me. These just let's just admit, whenever she has a baby coming, whenever she has a baby, it's an album, all right? We're not getting any new music album from Rihanna, and if we do, you can tell me you were wrong. Haha, cool. But we're not getting no music from her. All right, we're just not. We'll just have to accept it. We're not getting a new album. We're just not. It's fine. Right? It's fine. We'll recover. Like we can be optimistic though, but I don't think we're getting a new album. Anyway, the same month, 10 incarcerated 10. I thought we had less than that. But anyway, 10 incarcerated individuals in New Orleans jail made shocking headlines, escaping through a toilet and a wall in the facility. Surveillance footage showed New Orleans inmates escaping from jail and running across the highway. Hey, man. Anyway, in June, B. Simone swaps Bloomingdale's for H&M's as some escaped New Orleans inmates sought freedom to return to jail cell. Yeah, I think some of them got caught, but I think only one of them has remained free. Which makes you question, did the others just follow through, knowing that eventually they get caught, but the other one, we know this person, we did this for him, if that makes any sense. Because to break out of a jail cell, I've never done it before, I never will do it, like, you know what I mean? But obviously, the thing I'm trying to mention is teamwork. It takes teamwork to be able to make something like this. Or, do you know what I mean? Like think about it. So obviously, that's great teamwork. Anyway, to note, her statements and her reactions, they sparked seemingly led to a double back on the clip and clarify some things on the internet. So B. Simone denies being broke after previous comments about her finances and never used the word broke or penny pinching. The thing with B. Simone, yeah, let me tell you something about B. Simone. The thing is, she reminds me of a mix between ZZ Mills and Lin May in the UK. And that's all I'm going to say on that. It's not a disrespect. It's just that, you know, when someone's very opinionated about anything and everything. You understand? That's basically how I would summarize who B Simone is. You know what I mean? The only difference is B Simone, she's able to make, I don't know, let's keep moving. I don't want to talk too much. You know what I mean? Especially on this particular subject, but it's not really relevant. Meanwhile, elsewhere that month, the ninth of the 10 escaped incarcerated men were caught by the authorities. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, they were caught. So clearly it's the case of, they said, you know what? They had a plan. And that plan more or less worked. Let's be real, because one of them is still at large. Wherever they are, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. So that's what happened. Look, escaped New Orleans. Why does he look like Kevin Gates? Am I wrong? Leave your answer in the comment section below. Does this brother look like Kevin Gates? Not just because of the tattoos, because obviously I know Kevin Gates got a tattoo on his face in a similar fashion. But anyway, so escaped New Orleans inmate Antoine Macy captured by U.S. Marshal after being on a run for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Do you know what? 6 weeks is a long time. That's a month and 2 weeks. That's still a long time to be on a run. You know what I mean? Let's see the images here still. Emmanuel identified. Okay. That is crazy work. See what I mean? And I think he posted himself online as well, if memory serves me correct, which clearly is a sign that you want to get caught. Like, if that's a clear sign you want to get caught. If that was the case, I can't remember the full thing, but anyway. Okay, moving. July. Diddy is convicted as a tech CEO is caught on Coldplay kiss cam, and 2 living legends pass away. Damn, man. In July, Diddy's criminal trial ended with him being convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in. Furthermore, the now 56-year-old was acquitted or basically on the RICO charges there. Now, here's the thing. This is why the conviction didn't make sense in the sense, right? Because it's like, how can you convict him of 2 of the charges, but not all of them? If you're going to convict him on 2, you might as well convict on the rest, because they all interlink with each other. Do you understand? So my theory, and I still want to stick by this theory, is you see when it comes down to when the deliberations were happening with the jury, the 4th of July was next, which is American Independence Day. And then now, obviously, fast forward, when we get into the Diddy documentary, we'll talk about it much later. He basically, long story short, yeah, you have 2 jurors that basically, one of them is quote unquote allegedly Mr. Josh, I can't say the word, Mr. Onochie. You get the point I'm trying to make. Misogyny. You get me? Them vibes. Yeah. And lacking understanding because like he's saying, oh, if she wanted to leave, she could have leave. But did you not witness how many times she tried to leave and what happened to her? Like, let's make it make sense. And then also, what you call it? Well, then the woman as well, the black woman as well, that they showed in the documentary. She clearly is a fan of Diddy. Do you know what I mean? Clearly. But anyway, let's keep it moving. So you can see why he never got convicted of those charges. Anyway, so Diddy found not guilty of RICO in the federal trial. But, you know, the whole Diddy situation, the saga, as far as Diddy says, the saga continues, and with him, the saga will continue, because there's a lot more that may happen. You got the whole Tupac situation where Keefe D, anyway, we'll talk about another day, but you get the point I'm trying to make. Long story short, he got convicted 2 out of the 5 charges. Doesn't mean he's not guilty at all. Doesn't mean he's guilty of all. He's only guilty of 2 out of the 5. You understand? So let's not make that any big deal of that. Let's not get political by it. In that same month, Coldplay concert went viral when a Jumbotron promoter broadcasted a married astronomer CEO and Andy Bryan or Byron closing up with his married CFO Christine Cabot in the crowd. What followed was Byron and Cabot's respective resignation, and though Byron's seemingly worked things out with his wife, while it was also reported that Cabot's husband knew about the affair before it went global. Hey, listen, all I'm going to say is this. If Anyway, I'm going to stay up people's marriages. Get me? You know what I mean? Do what you, yeah. Anyway, that's on them. That's on them. Anyway, yeah, it's just mad. Get me? To me, like, what's the point in living a lie? Because that's what that is. It's living a lie. You're lying to yourself, and you're a grown adult. Anyway, July then concluded with the passing of Cosby Show legend Malcolm Jamal Warner. They mentioned another name. We're not going to mention another person's name, respectfully, yeah, because that guy is a racist. But Malcolm Jamal Warner, he's a legend. He's an icon. Get me? Obviously, some of us would know that he was in the Cosby Show, but he also was in the show, his own sitcom with Eddie Griffin, and it's called Malcolm and Eddie. You know what I mean? I remember they used to come on Trouble TV. If you know, in the UK, there was a channel called Trouble TV. I remember he used to come on that. And then also he was in he's also in Michael Jackson's video in Liberian Girl. Yeah, he was in that video. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. But I think he was he also in Remember the Time? I can't remember. I believe he is. I believe he's in Remember the Time by Michael Jackson. I think he's in that short film as well. So he's in two. Well, I could be wrong, but we'll react to that another day for another time, innit? But yeah, man. And then obviously he was in another show. I think it was something to do with a doctor type of show. But yeah, man. But yeah, anyway, we won't go into that. The Cosby Show star Malcolm Jamal Warner passes away at 54. Costa Rican National Police confirmed. Damn, man. I still can't believe that was last year, man. Yep, well, I'm just get past that person there. No disrespect. In August, Lil Nas X goes viral with LA Rest. Willow Smith goes viral with NSVW question, and Young Thug goes viral with leaked calls. I know who leaked those calls. It was Whack 100. Hey, now wait. Why did he leak those phone calls? Thank you, by the way. But why did he leak those jail phone calls? Why? Because any engine, I'm not being funny here. Respectfully, obviously, Young Thug is going to be in his feelings about certain things, because obviously, if he's speaking to someone, do you know what I mean? But the way he responded, he seemed like he was only speaking to one person. I think he said he's speaking to his girlfriend at the time, blah, blah, blah. Well, his girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, he came with a dumb excuse, but come on, man. Like, those leaked phone calls was mad. I thought it was in September. It's in August. Anyway, let's keep it moving on. In August, footage of a Lil Nas X seemingly appearing in his underwear late at night on the streets of Los Angeles turned heads. It didn't turn my head. When I saw that on the Shade Room's Instagram, do you know what I did? I immediately said, I don't know what this is. We know he's a madman. We know he's an attention seeker. I'm going to keep it moving. Get me? What does it look like? Me watching that? Allow it. Allow it. Do you know what I mean? And then, I don't know. It's mad. It's mad. Anyway, ultimately, it was reported that Lil Nas X was subsequently basically was hospitalized, right? And then arrested for battery on a police officer. Yep, he was intoxicated. If that happened, he must have allegedly been intoxicated, because there's no way in your right mind you would assault a police officer unless you're under the influence. There's no way. As someone of his stature, I'm not saying he's popular, but I'm saying he's popular enough to know and old enough to know better to do better. And I get it. Some people who are old enough to know better to do better don't do better. You get me? We're talking about that for another day, for another subject, but let's keep it moving. Lil Nas, okay, they need to make sure they write this properly, because there's Nas, then there's Little Nas X. There's Nas, the icon, you know what I mean? The one of the greatest MCs, get me, after Rakim, get me, like Nas, as in Nasir Jones, get me, aka Escobar, get me, aka Nostradamus, aka Mr. Ether. Like, there's, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Then there's Little Nas X. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, let's keep it moving. Lil Nas X charges ultimately grew to multiple felonies. However, he pleaded not guilty and released on $75,000 bail. Furthermore, it was reported that he was required to attend narcotics treatment. There you go. So he clearly was under the influence. And if you believe you are not guilty of something like that, then clearly he must have been out of his mind. Like, that's the only way you can explain it. Because how can you not know that you are doing something? You get it? Get me? Let's keep moving. All right, so Lil Nas X picks up following arrest. That was effing terrifying. All right, so the same month, Willow Smith also turned heads with when she took to her Instagram story to share photos of herself with tears streaming down her face. Most surprising, however, was the caption she included with the photo. Who ate the oh my days? Well, Fresh Prince, come get your daughter, bruh. Like, take her. Like, why was she posting something like? I know she's now a grown adult, yeah, but come on. Why? Anyway, let's keep it moving. Get me? Because you know how, yeah, we said in 2020, end of 2024, we don't want to hear anything against our will in regards to that family. Get me? The Smiths. Get me? Whether it be Jaden Smith, Will Smith, Willow Smith, get me? Trey Smith, whoever, Jada Pinkett Smith. We don't want to hear nothing against our will. Yeah? Anyway. But that wasn't all of the antics of the month of August. Furthermore, Young Fred turned head with his jail call service in a massive lead to audio range from Young Fred foreign jabs at Ghana, calling Glorilla ugly. Hey, listen, I remember that. And Glorilla's clapback was hilarious. My reaction to that is on this channel. It should be. Did I react to it? I'm pretty sure I did. I literally can't remember what I reacted to nowadays. But anyway, and speaking on other rappers such as Trippie Redd and Future, ultimately one call revealed that he was that he cheated on Mariah the Scientist before his jail time, which led to him briefly going in separate ways, but now they're engaged. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. So this is what his response. My baby, I was wrong, and I'm sorry for that. I put you through. You deserve better from me. Thank you for everything. I will do everything to make this work. You show me what love is, and I hope I haven't lost you forever. How everybody leave her out of this, please. She's an innocent girl and feels about all of this. Please give her peace. When he posted this, he posted it, but you know what's mad? Glorilla still roasted her, calling her what did she call her? A Tweety bird or something like that. Oh wait, hold on. There's more. There's more. Okay, yeah, cool, whatever. I called Mariah this morning and she's like, man, okay, forget that. We don't go through that. All right, September. Kayla Nicole stuns on stage. Rolling Way passes away. Rest in peace. All right, listen. I think I'm familiar with who Rolling Ray is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, me, I'm familiar, but not familiar. If you understand, yeah. NBA Youngboy goes on tour. Yeah, me. Jimmy Jimmy Kimmel returns to TV as Rihanna drops her third baby. Don't say like that. She gave birth to a third baby. Don't say it like that. Your words are have power. Like she gave birth to a third baby. All right. In September, Kaden Nicole appeared on stage with Chris Brown for a steamy performance, "Take You Down," amid these breezy bowl tour. Nicole didn't hold back and one bit and turned and seated her lap dance from Brown in a moment to shine. I think what's missing from it, yeah, so far is the tour that the start of Kendrick Lamar's tour. That's not what's being mentioned here, but either way, it doesn't matter. Afterwards, Nicole reflected on a surreal moment and even spilled some tea on how she secured a once in a lifetime opportunity. Anyway, so in the early September, TMZ reported that Roland Ray had passed away, and initially details about his passing remained scarce. But in October, his cause of was credited to natural causes from declining health. Damn. Hey, people, if you can, not even if you can, I know you can, do your best to look after your health. You understand? Even me right now, you can see I got a green smoothie right here because I know this is going to help me with my health. God willing, amen. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Declining health, man. You gotta look after your health. Damn. Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with Rolling Way. Anyway, the same month, NBA YoungBoy kicked off his Massa tour. To date, the concert has spawned Yaya Mayweather, Republican professor, and support for YoungBoy in NBA. Jaslyn Michelle Turner heads with a show glam. Yaya and Jania Michelle supporting YoungBoy and NBA on stage. And YoungBoy recently hawking the fan down for their antics. See, you're talking about his tour, but what about Kendrick Lamar's tour? I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand, but let's keep it moving. All right, so before the month ended, Jimmy Kimmel was ousted for Jimmy Kimmel's live for his remarks on the passing of, yeah, I'm not going to mention this person's name. But so Donald Trump celebrates ABC pulling Jimmy Kimmel live. Great news for America. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel show is cancelled. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done. Kimmel has zero talent and worse ratings than ever, even Colbert, if that's possible. That leaves Jimmy and Seth two total losers on the fake news NBC. Their ratings are also horrible. Do it, NBC president. What the hell was he talking about? But hear me out, yeah. I don't know what he said, but I just remember he said something that was in prior to this. He said something that was against Michael Jackson or something. I can't remember what he said. So I'm like, well, now you see how you know what I'm saying. Get me? And I find it ironic that do you understand anyone who has something negative to and they got a platform and you know what I mean? Anyone who says nothing negative about Michael Jackson, that lying. Do you understand? That lying. You end up seeing that you see what happens to their careers. Like you'll see like the Snake Roll one, when that happens, I don't know when it will happen, but I am telling you this from now. I will be there, front row. Front row. But anyway, because some people are aware of her antics and blah blah blah. But like the reality is this, yeah. When the public, when it's proper mainstream, oh, if you think Diddy was bad, just well, they're both bad, isn't it? Evil is evil, bad is bad. Yeah, but you get the point I'm trying to make. However, he and his show returned to the airways and Rihanna gave birth to baby Rocky Iris Mayers. All right. So Rihanna and ASAP welcome a baby girl this time. Because now they got two boys and one girl. Wow, God bless. Seriously. Man. But Bad Girl Riri obviously says Rocky Iris Mayers. It's interesting how celebrities launch well, I say launch, we go to say. Get me September 13th, 2000. Wait a minute. Is that when she was born? If she starts rapping, yeah, hit me up. If she starts rapping and she's a fan of Tupac, hey, because you know how Jay-Z, yeah, although it was literally the same year. Okay, Jay-Z's one with Fred Hampton Senior. That literally is the same day, the 4th of September, 1971. That's insane. No, was it 1971? Nine. I can't remember right now. But anyway, let's keep moving. But I know it's the 4th of September. But it's literally the same year. Anyway, let's keep it moving. But you can correct me in the comment section below, by the way. Um, October, Monica and Brandy hit the road. Diddy hit start of the prison sentence. Last escaped New Orleans inmates hit jail as government hit shutdown. Wait, he got caught? The last one got caught. I didn't know that. In October, Brandy and Monica hit the road for the Hit Boys Mind Tour. The date, the joint effort has spawned head-turning performances as well as legendary guests. And we've been wanting this tour, yeah. And you know what's mad, yeah? Ray J deserves his props for this because he was calling for this. Ray J was calling for this. Monica retires her white shoes. If you know, you know. She can't retire it though. You can't. You can't retire it. All right, you can't. You could put it in a museum, like a music museum. Do you know what I mean? And have a replica so when you go on stage to perform that particular song, then obviously, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep moving. All right, so this is more of the images like Lala. Yeah, no, is that Lala? Yeah, that is Lala. Lala Anthony. You know, you know. Get me, AKA. I can't remember. I don't want to do AK, but obviously she was in Power, and she was in BMF, the TV series, not the actual click. Sierra, Tyrese, Max B. See, they even missed out saying Max B was released from prison. Yeah, and on the same day he was released, he went to watch the New York Jets play, and they won. Anyway, Sierra, Tyrese, Max B, Fat Joe, Fabulous hit the stage at the Boy Is Mine tour. Man, shout out to everyone who went, man. Like seriously. Okay, it's not even playing. All right. So additionally, in October, Diddy was transferred from um, Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, to Fort Dix Prison. The irony of him going to that prison, but even though you know, in New Jersey to begin serving his 55-month sentence. It was initially 50 months. So where did the extra 5 months come from? Maybe I think the extra month came from the alcohol thing he did that he was allegedly doing. You know what I mean? So. mm. Handed it to him by Judge Arun Subramanian in September. Since he's transferred, photos and videos are surfaced of Diddy being behind bars. Some of them are fake photos, though. Let's be real. Okay. All right. Elsewhere, during the month of October, the final escaped New Orleans inmate Derek Groves was located in Georgia. Per the Shade Room clips of Groves went viral amid his arrest, along with footage of the home where he had been hiding since he escaped in May. Mad. Mad, 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 mad. October also brought the first government shutdown in 6 years. Make America great again, they say. But you're shutting down the government. Anyway, we move. With the latest shutdown lasting 43 days, the longest in history, the shutdown ended in November. However, it left millions without SNAP benefits for weeks, federal workers without pay, flights delayed and cancelled, and other national inconveniences. Hmm. Hmm. Lastly, October also brought the unexpected passing of Neo. Oh yeah, Neo Soul legend D'Angelo reportedly passed away. Wait. Time out. Time out. Time out. I swear, they literally. Listen, I need to find this out properly because I. Um. Let me find this out because I'm pretty sure it was the same year. I'm pretty sure it was the same year. Yes, it was. Do you see what I'm trying to say? They missed out. They literally missed out on mentioning Angie Stone. Angie Stone also passed away, but she passed away in March. Yeah, and if you didn't know, well now you know. D'Angelo passed away in October. So that's the same year. And these two obviously have a child together. You know what I mean? They have a child together. Like, you know what I mean? The Neo Soul King and Queen. They had a son together. So I don't explain it, man. I don't just hearing those words come out my mouth. It just feels unreal. It feels unreal. You gotta feel for him. And obviously, yes, he's a grown man now, but come on, man. You're both your parents in the same year? Chai. Anyway, we're gonna keep it moving on, man. Alright, so November, Blueface leaves prison, Summer Walker goes viral, Candy and Todd split, and Massacre links up with Hood Trophy Vinyl. Are you talking about Massacre as in a Massacre as in Massacre as in the Jamaican Massacre or someone else? Let me know. Although I think Massacre is Massicka, I believe. Well, I could be wrong. The Jamaican one. November kicked off a Blueface surprise release from behind bars. Initially, Carlisa Stafford Harvey left the internet running after she posted footage of someone sleeping in a bed. I mean, with the same hairstyle as his dad, obviously, what do you think is gonna happen? Come on, man. They said thank you, God. Um, he he's out, isn't he, Mama Blue? I can't say. You better go subscribe though. Anyway, fans began to speculate that the covered figure was Blueface as soon after he confirmed he'd returned home. Because why would she post a random picture of someone? It wouldn't make, or you know what I mean? It literally wouldn't make sense. Anyway, let's keep moving. Excuse me. Amid the government shutdown also ended, Summer Walker found herself going viral. November audio surfaced of Walker telling Rich the Kid to save her number as Peace Heart. This apparently because she had been intimate for some time, um, even though she was fully aware of his engagement to Tory Bricks. The Shade Room ultimately led to Walker and Bricks exchanging words online and someone sending Peace Heart to sing song. Strange, but okay. Alleged audio. Summer Walker sent to Rich Kid to circulate, buy me a new phone so she don't know the number and save it under Peace Heart. I don't know. I didn't watch that. I'm confused. I didn't see that anyway. Let me interpret that for me and what happened because I'm not too familiar. Before November concluded, Candy Burris shocked the internet as she filed for. Listen, uh, I'm not going to repeat it because to be honest with you, if you can work in your marriage, work in the marriage. Then I'll keep it simple as that. Like I said, I'm saying out people's marriages and all their relationship. I'm staying out of that. But I will give advice on this saying, get me, as a grown adult, if there's problems, try and solve that problem. Like try and use every resource you can to solve that problem. Anyway, I've got a big time. I'm looking at the time. The time is mad. All right, so uh, then as Candy Burris Tucker was coming to anyway, celebrate Zika, Kalisa was closing up with her trophy vinyl. This also shocked the public as Kalisha's estranged husband passed away a few weeks before her apparent debut with vinyl. What the hell? Hey, listen, I don't know. All right. Oh, this is in December to be confirmed. You see, I knew this can't be the full thing. So let me it doesn't matter. All we know is December went viral. It's the Sean Carpenter Reckoning documentary. Do you understand? That went viral, and then Dave Chappelle also did his he did his video. Sorry, he did his comedy tour. Well, he released a comedy. He released his Netflix special. That's what went viral, from what I recall. So anyway, what I need you to do is I need you to hit the like, subscribe button, turn on your post notifications. Shout out to everyone watching. Yeah, man. Like seriously, I genuinely appreciate everyone that watches, everyone that likes, comments, all that stuff there. There's more to be done. All right. So I'm gonna finish this real quick. And then once I finish this, take a short break, and then we get on to the main event. All right, the main event. Yeah, let's go. This is the wrap up 2025 by obviously Uncle Murda, a Mad Skillz, Real Artillery, aka RA, and Justina Valentine. Yeah. All right, people, I'm back. But yeah, one thing that was missing, I forgot to mention. What they forgot to mention was, what's his name went viral. The lawsuit against Drake's lawsuit against UMG was dismissed. Do you understand? But anyway, let's just keep it moving. Let's go to obviously the wrap up. Um, First one obviously has to be from the legend himself. Get me. Where is it? And don't worry, we're going to talk about the whole Chelsea situation, Chelsea and Real review. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stay tuned for that. Let me see if this actually recommends it to me like it should do, but it hasn't. Not just yet. Okay. So get me. Oh, I just realized something. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Um, Give me a second, people. I want to make sure that I can actually listen to this properly, yeah. Because what I don't want to do is, what I don't want to do is end up being in the position where it actually gets blocked. You understand? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna swing it on this. Get me? So you can see that. Get me? Man's reacting to this. All right. If it helps, I might just make that bigger. Yeah, man. All right, so let's get into it. The wrap up series. All right, so let's go. It's at 17 minutes. Hey, no video for you. Happy New Year. First of all, you can actually see with the interest with the art cover is very small, yeah. Because you got one with Diddy on it, you got one with I think that's supposed to be Cassie, and then who's that? I don't know who that's supposed to be. I don't even know who that's. But you got one with Hulk Hogan, the racist. Anyway, let me not do that because we know what the situation is. You got Shannon Sharp, uh, Nicki Minaj. That's another thing that the Shade Room didn't mention about the going viral. Like Nicki Minaj went viral for speaking up against what was going in Nigeria. Like, get me? Listen. Whatever your support is in regards to whether you prefer the Republicans or the Democrats, that's on you. But when something is happening, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, I won't get into it. I won't get into that. Let's just go. Let's go. Hey, yes, he actually said it. Yeah, because Tony Yayo said, well, he's gonna do a podcast. Yeah, but the fact that we now know that he's doing it with, I can't say his name that way. 'Cause I'm trying to be careful with the words I'm saying in it. But his name is Uncle Murda. But I'm gonna call him Lenny. All right. So with obviously Tony and Lenny in it. So it's like the fact that he just said new podcast alert. Are they gonna take up the room? You know what I mean? Take up the space that uh the the rap about it podcast is gonna be in. Because obviously 50 Cent, I don't know what's going on with that situation. I don't know what the real truth is. It's mad. But imagine if he literally is the landlord. It's mad. See him telling, yeah, yo, the, the real reports. So there you go. Damn, right? That already, Lenny? Nah, come on. You can't say she enjoyed it or what? What did he even say? I can't remember. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that. But here we are. He said 50 Cent is the definition of kicking a ninja when he is down. Hey, now the way that sounds, it sounds like you. Because let's be honest, yeah, from the way this sounds like at the beginning you are supporting Diddy. That's what it sounds like, Lenny. That's what it sounds like. We're talking about the Real Report podcast that's coming out soon. Like, I'm being real. I'm being real. That's how it comes across. All right, but obviously you're part of the unit, so obviously I don't want to say I'm expecting to hear something different, but if I do hear something different, it is what it is. If it's still in this way where it sounds like he's in support, all right, whatever, man. Damn! How can you say it sounded like Little Rod enjoyed that? Nah, wait. That's mad. Let's keep it moving. All right. He's going on Cassie again just because of the lawsuit that the worker is putting out against um Cass. I think it's Clayton, her name is. The thing is, yeah, let's be honest, yeah. Let's be honest. It doesn't mean that she's guilty or innocent. The reality is, how did she get in that situation in the first place? It was via her being groomed by Diddy. That's just the facts of the matter. So when you put someone in a lifestyle and the position that Diddy put Cassie in, how else is she supposed to be? Do you understand how life works? Like, because you can't. It's like, for example, if Jay Z didn't give Uncle Murda an opportunity to do his music, would he be in this position now doing a rapper? He wouldn't. That's the same. That's the. Do you understand? That's the same thing I'm thinking of. It's the way they set up. Like, it's hard to explain it, but what happens in certain parts of your life adds to whatever is going to happen in the future. Obviously, we can never tell what's going to happen in the future, but at the same time, we can acknowledge that there's consequences to the actions you take or don't take. Do you understand? So, Cassie, in my humble opinion, she is a victim. If Clayton don't want to claim her as a victim, that's cool. That's fine. That's on him. Personally, I think that lawsuit will be dropped or won't be taken serious, because the reality is you were in a room and admitted in that documentary that you saw Diddy punch or assault Cassie. You saw it with your own two eyes and you did nothing. And Diddy said, "You ain't gonna do nothing about it," or something like that. You said that. So how is Cassie not a victim? Sorry, my bad, not that. How is Cassie a victim? How is she not a victim? She's a victim, clearly. What are we talking about? I know the charges were nothing to do with DV, but that's the whole point. It's the behavior that leads to the actions, that the behavior from Diddy that leads to the actions of what Cassie felt she had to do. Like, come on, man. Shit crazy. Crazy. Shit crazy. Hey, that's, wait, did he do a song with Mariah? I want to hear that. I need to react to that. Let's go. Yes, we do. Do you know what I like about the song as well? Shout out to Great John. Yeah, this is very well produced because I always like the R&B sample. Do you understand? I like that R&B sample. But anyway, keep it moving because obviously I've got other stuff to react to as well. I'll wrap up. Hey, listen. I said this is why Tony Ayo has to do his own podcast, because I'm almost certain, yeah, that 50 Cent has let Tony Yayo know, if you keep going on that person's platform, eventually you may end up saying something that gets you hemmed up. Do you want me to say it? You understand? So, and I think he's taken heed and been like, all right, cool. And also, you be able to make more money. But the point I'm trying to make, this is magic because I'm like, yo, whatever happened to um yeah, the whole situation with the Young Fox situation as well. Yeah, he did snitch. Like he literally snitched. There's no two ways about it. He snitched. So him and Gunner might as well just become the rap brothers. No, I'm joking. I'm not doing that because get me. But you know what I'm trying to say. But Gunner's having a time of his life. I think the last I saw a clip, he was in Nigeria. Was he in? Yeah, I think he was in Nigeria with I think he was performing as well. But I think I saw him chilling with he was chilling with someone. I can't forget who it was. But yeah, man, let's keep moving. Hey yo, he put the active in. That sorry, he put the ad lib of the part where basically Young Thug in that interview where he does whoop de doo. Like I like that GIF. That's my favorite GIF for now for a while. You know what I mean? But let's keep it moving. Facts. Hmm. Facts. Facts. There you go. There you go. I knew he was going to say something like that. You can't say F the streets after the streets basically made you and made you, you know what I mean? Made you a lot of money. Oh, now you want to say F the streets? And the only reason why they are saying F the streets is because of this whole Young Thug situation. That's the only reason why. Because how do you, how do you resolve this problem? Because listen, I'm not from that lifestyle, never have been, never will be. Do you understand? But what I will say is this: you have to be accountable for your own actions. If Young Thug were to say, you know what, if it sounds like I snitched, then that is what it is. Listen, I'll be accountable for my actions, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And if he was to be, and he did mention, and then it's right. He does miss like is right. I'm gonna call him Lenny because of YouTube and stuff like that. But basically, he's right. I'm gonna call it Uncle M. Uncle M is right because like he literally just said that Gucci Mane, no, not Gucci Mane, Young Thug misses Gunna. He does. Even the way he talks about Gunna, it's like, come on, man. I, anyway. Hmm. Facts. That is crazy. It's crazy. Cool. Everyone's calling Atlanta Rat Atlanta. And you know what's mad when you can visually actually see it? Because all you have to do is add the R at the beginning of Atlanta. What is it? Ratlanta. That is crazy work. Crazy, crazy. It's crazy. They're just every year. Just a right. Okay. Now he puts in a shanties ad libs. Not ad libs song. The sample. This is what I'm talking about. That's three R&B songs back to back. I need to know what those songs are though. When the video is uploaded, I could do it. That I can do it then because I'll have more. I'll conduct more research. For now, let's try to pay attention to the lyrics. Crazy, 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 crazy. Hey yo, that is funny. Like, not obviously I've got it passed away. That's not funny, by the way. I'm never gonna laugh about them type of situations. But it's just the fact his reaction was like, listen, I can't say nothing nice. Because 50 Cent would say, hey, what you doing? Hey, what you say? Is that I did? Oh man, it's magic because he actually passed away on the day. In fact, let me set this up properly so you can understand. Irv Gotti admitted, yeah, pay attention to what I'm saying. He admitted that he tried to blackball 50 Cent from being signed to a major record labels. He tried to blackball 50 Cent from getting signed to a major record label. Now, watch this, yeah? 50 Cent's debut album, yeah? Like, which is still one of the best debut albums in hip hop history, one of the best, yeah? He basically, the day that that was released is the same day, obviously years later, obviously in 2025, and it was actually the 20th anniversary of the album Get Rich or Die Trying. It was the anniversary celebrating that. But Irv Gotti passed away on that day. When I say don't play with God and not play with people in like that, you see what I'm saying? Like I understand sometimes you may have a grudge against someone, this, that, and the third, but what are you afraid of? Competition? Can't be afraid of competition. I thought Ja Rule's better than 50 Cent. You can't be afraid of competition. Furthermore, you're 2-0 up. Why? Well, I'll say you're 2-0 up. You got two MCs that are, you know what I mean? You got Ja Rule and Jay-Z. You can work with both of them. And do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Now look, the point I'm trying to make is don't try and block someone's blessing. Yeah. Don't try and do that. Just don't. Don't. What's for someone is for someone. If they're supposed to, if God has it destined for them to do certain things, that's what God's got planned for them. Yeah, don't try and play God. You know what I mean? But to me, that's insane. 20, like you literally can't make it up. You literally can't. Hmm. Yo, the way he snapped at Ja Rule was different. He said, meanwhile, Ja Rule's got 100 guns, 100 clips, but at the Barclays Center, he got punched in the face and didn't do shit. Hey, I got a hundred gun. I'm from New York. Hey, that's a tune though. I can't even lie still. But let's go. Hmm. Damn. True. Facts. Oh yeah, yeah. That was this year. I mean, 2025. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj were going back and forth on Twitter, and I think Nicki Minaj mentioned Cardi B's kids, and Cardi B snapped at her differently and said, basically, when I say differently, to the point where she said, "You need to come off those drugs" or something like that. See, the Shade Room didn't mention that. They didn't mention that. The fact that he said, "Yo, let's keep moving on." Facts. Hey yo, that's another thing that went viral. Little Meech, no more BMF. Because I think he's what was it he said? Uncle M said, I was wondering how because obviously Little Meech and even Big Meech took a picture, get me, with the ops basically. So it's like I wonder how he's gonna handle it. Oh, that's right. 50 Cent got PMF cancelled basically. Hey yo, but 50 Cent said he ain't got a hand in that. That's just down to the ratings, isn't it? And let's be real. Let's be real. The last season was all right. It was getting better, but the third that the season before, come on, man. What do you mean you got someone who's anyway a flamethrower? Did that really happen in that BMF timing? Let me know in the comments below. I don't think it did. It was like unnecessary. There's a lot of things that some of the acting was poor as well, but I still found it entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still found it entertaining. But let's keep it moving. Mm, facts. He mentioned the caviar pancakes with Tony Yale. It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen. I want Tony Yale to make an appearance on this. I'm not gonna lie to you. At least in the video. You know what I mean? Eating that caviar pancakes. Oh, this is too funny, man. If I was Tony Yayo, yeah, I would hope open a caviar pancake restaurant in every country that I go to. You know what I mean? I was eating fish mignon in the Swiss Alps. I was like, listen, let's go. Crazy. It's crazy. 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 It's crazy. Look, every year. Crazy, crazy, yeah, crazy, 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 crazy. I like that. 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 Uncle M basically literally said, "All right, 50 Cent has acknowledged that." Do you know what I mean? The rapper party podcast literally rapped about it, and I'm saying he's acknowledged it. He acknowledged it, and for now, 50's ignoring them. But he said, you know what? He wants in if you know what I mean? If 50 responds. And I don't think 50 is gonna respond like rapping, if I'm honest. You understand? I'm no listen, for hip hop culture, yes, we want him to respond. Get me? We want that. But it's not if anything, it would do them a better service than it would do 50 Cent a bit better service, if that makes sense. It's better for them to basically rap like their advantage do. Because who is more gonna be winning? Like obviously, I understand rap is rap, hip hop is hip hop, but as far as battle rap, come on now, you hear me? If this was like 2007, oh, 50 Cent's responding like that, he's responding. But for now, it's like, what's the point? Mm, there you go, Max B gone home. Yeah, see, I knew he was going to mention Max B. It was only a matter of time. But the fact that he said that Dame is down bad, and obviously Jay Z said help him out. No, we shouldn't. What do you mean you diss me consistently? You tell if someone disses you consistently for years, and now you broke, and other people believe that you should know that I should, the person you're dissing, you know what I mean? They should help you out. Why? No, you're a grown man. You a hustler. You're a businessman. You're an entrepreneur. You're a boss, as you like to keep saying. So be a boss. Ain't no like this is what Dame Dash should be like. Ain't no grown man gonna take another man's money. I'm a boss. What do I look like? I'm a boss. Come on, man. Like it's mad to see obviously him going through that situation. You know what I mean? But listen, the reality is you can talk your way out of certain things if you say things that may offend people. And how you offend someone, you never know how you're gonna offend someone. If you offend someone and they tell you that you offended them, obviously let them not like be sincere in your apology. You know what I mean? And like to me, it's just anyway. Let's keep moving. Let's go. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notification. I've got more content coming on the way. Let's go. Damn. Let's say Praz is getting 14 years for doing some government scandal ish, but who cares? Like nobody cares. He was the least favorite member from the Fugees. That's mad. No, stop. Uncle M, you can't say free Tory. No, allow yourself for that, bro. Allow yourself that. But anyway, everyone can have their own opinion. They kind of they want, and I just have to leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But get me. And if you're a Megan Thee Stallion fan, get me. Like I don't understand the Tory Lane fans being upset the fact that Tory Lanez is in jail for something he's been convicted of. It like has he not sing stroke rapped about having a gun before? Or sorry, not can't say that word. Has he not sing and rapped about something like that before? So what are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? And also, you got to remember, she didn't literally snitch to the. I say snitch, but she not didn't even commit a crime with him. So that's another thing. A snitch can only be someone who, if you're together, committed a crime together, and then you understand, and then obviously you snitch to the police or whatever, and then they hem up the other person, and then you walk free or get a lesser sentence. That's a snitch. You understand? However, in this particular case scenario, she didn't even put herself in a situation where, like, obviously it had to be reported to the police. That's one thing, but like because obviously it's an incident, like injury, yeah. So, and then you got also remember everyone involved allegedly are intoxicated. So that's another thing. So put that into perspective. And then you got to remember, Tory Lanez also like apologized. The way he apologized, he sounded like he was guilty. Like, what do you want? What do you want Megan Thee Stallion to do? Like, sometimes I think some people just don't understand people. Let's keep moving because I got there's other girls I want to react to, but let's keep moving. Crazy, it's crazy, 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 it's crazy. Other holiday just out right. Hey, every year, crazy, crazy, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy. It's crazy. Hey, yo, that's funny. I still find that funny. Wait, 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 wait. You can't just slide through that. What he just said. He literally said Drake. So 50, not 50. So Ebro and Paul, is it Paul Rosenberg, whatever, and Laura No Stars or call Laura No Stars, but basically they've been fired from Hot 97, innit? And the fact that what Drake's response was, is what Drake's response was. And do you know what I mean? He basically, you know what I mean? Like you can't be saying that DM. You can't be doing a DM like that. I'm not sorry. And knowing that Extatation, like may he rest in peace, like he basically said if anything happens to him, it's Drake. It's because of Drake. So what we doing here? Like what are we doing here? So, but yeah, so far he hasn't mentioned about Drake's lawsuit that's been dismissed. But we're gonna get into that. Let's hope he does save. If he doesn't, maybe real artillery will. Bars, bars, bars. He said, and he made him uh, a fake acting role, and Baby Boy took it as an Omar Gooding Jr. because he was in the movie Baby Boy. If you know, you know. Like, you know, sometimes some artists you don't particularly see them as lyricists, but sometimes there's certain key things that stand out. That was one of them. If you know, you know. Give me. If you don't, now you know. Also, they confirmed that Bimmy's a rat. Damn. Wasn't 50 supposed to work with Bimmy? So what's gonna happen with that? See, you see, Uncle M doesn't believe it. It's like, where's the paperwork at? You blurred the line. Where's the paperwork at? The fact that he mentioned Charlie Kirk, then he said, God don't like ugly. You see how things work? That's insane. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. That's crazy work. Hey, Uncle M said, I know white people got sad and cried when Hulk Hogan died. Yeah, got on a, yeah, he passed away or whatever. But black people, we don't care. We didn't cry because he was out here calling us ninjas. Do you know what I mean? Like calling us the N words. Hey, and this is what's so mad. I don't think he's mentioned it yet, but Jake Paul was actually wearing and honoring Hulk Hogan. So when I saw that, I'm like, yo, what's this guy? Obviously, I saw the replay in it, but I'm like, yo, what's this guy doing? But I'm glad it ended the way that it ended. You understand? When I knockout, I broke two broken jaws. How about that? How about that? You know what I'm saying? But obviously, when it comes to boxing or fighting type of sports, there is a risk of injury. Do you know what I mean? So, get me. As much as I don't like Joke Paul, may he heal up quickly, innit? Is what it is. But obviously, what happened with Anthony Joshua as well, may he also heal up quickly as well. I don't know if he's going to mention it in this. Maybe he will. I don't know. Let's go. Mm, there you go. You see, even Uncle M said it. There's something about Jake Paul he doesn't like. Hey, that's what it is. But me, I've seen it. I can respect Jake or Joe Paul for creating I think it's called MVP or something like that. I can respect what he did because to create a company or organization like that, it's no small feat. It's a massive deal. And if you've got, actually legit fighters under your card, do you know what I mean? Let's keep it that. Keep promoting that. Keep pushing that. You don't have to be the center of attention and be a fighter in every match. Yeah, you don't need to. But in a way, I kind of get it. But you shouldn't try to rig something. Do you get it? You don't have to try and rig it. If you're really about that life, oh, this has gone off. I can't even to charge it. Like, if you're really about that life, then prove it. Let's go. Mm. Yes, pause. And I paused in that right moment because what? Hearing that is still crazy. It's still crazy. Diddy did what to you, Ray J? That's another thing that went viral, but it more went viral in the no, it went viral in the US too, because other people that I didn't realize, but they actually commented on it or made a post about it or a video about it. Sweetie, um, and what's our other friend, Ruby Rose? Right now, they were linked with dating Noni Madweke and Jaden Sancho. Jaden Sancho and Noni Madweke were both previously at Chelsea Football Club. And from what I recall, Yeah. Let's just put it this way. If what Sukiana said is true about Saweetie, it literally now makes sense. It's just a shame that Jaden Sancho fell for that. And, at the end of the day, it put him in a position where, yeah, he may be playing for Aston Villa on loan, but he could have played for the team he supports, Chelsea Football Club. He could have reduced his wages. And I believe if that situation never happened with Saweetie, I guarantee you, I always or Ruby Road, one of them, if that never happened, he would have reduced his wages and come to Chelsea. 100%. Not saying his output would have been better or the same as the previous year or whatever, but he was going on a good run. That goal he scored against Real Betis, amazing. You get me? Hmm. Damn. Thank you, Uncle M, for mentioning about that because your boy 50 supports Donald Trump. So for him to mention that, there you go. The government is evil. You heard it from Uncle M himself. There you go. Do it about him. Shout out to Fat Joe and Jadakiss. Exactly. Because his dad taught him manners, Deion Sanders. You say something, babes. Crazy, it crazy, 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 it crazy. That's not every year. Crazy, crazy, it crazy, 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 it crazy. Oh, new dispensary, unit. The end on puff puff pass, nigga, is too funny. Anyway, let's keep it moving though. Yeah, man. What can I say? Yeah, basically, that is crazy. The way, like, he missed out on a lot of stuff, which is understandable because there's a lot to remember. But oh, he turned off the comments. He turned off the comments. Yup. yeah, Uncle M is a madman for that. How you turn off the comments? How are you turning off the comments? But anyway, the one that's not gonna turn off the comments is RA. That's RAW. Hey, listen, shout out to Real Teddy, man. Get me, legend, like legend. If you know, you know. We're gonna get into his wrap up. That might be the last wrap up I do for today. I wanted to do Justine Valentine and Mad Skillz, but be honest with you, I don't have that time for that. But while we're here, what I need to do is hit the like button, turn on your post notifications, leave a comment in my comments. That's going to be available. I ain't going to turn off my comments. Get me? I ain't going to turn off my comments. Get me? We are back. So now we're going to react to Real Artillery Wrap Up 2025. Get me? Just RAW. I listen. You know what? Let's do it this way. Let's go to. Agree. All right. Then again, I don't know. This is magic because I gotta be careful with certain things. Let me do it this way. Because the thing is, if I show the image, copyright or blocked, I gotta be careful because I definitely know Uncle M's one was one of the ones that thing that blocked it, and I think also RA's one as well. So I gotta be careful. Let's keep moving though. Get me? Make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notification. Let me see if it's recommended. If it isn't, I'm going to type there. Is it's recommended? Let's go. This one's got a video to it. Oh wait, that sounds like. Wait, it sounds like Shiro's story or Blue Story, the Blue Story. If you know, you know. This is why I rate RA because he mentioned what's going on in different countries. Yeah, do you know what I mean? He mentioned what happened in Jamaica, that hurricane. He mentioned what happened in what's happening in Sudan. Do you know what I mean? Another country. I'm not gonna mention the other country because that's another country's name that basically could trigger. You know what I mean? Certain things. So let's keep moving. Thank you, thank you. He literally just said it. Nobody ain't saying it, so I'm saying it. He said, "No one ain't saying it. I don't mind. I'll say it." That was another thing that went viral. Conor Ben versus Chris Eubank Jr. Two in 1 year. The first one was that fight was one of the best fights I've seen. Yeah, one of the best fights I've seen. The second one, nah, not just it's magic because it's. Do you know what it is? For me to grade a fight as good, and you can leave answer the comment section below on how you would grade a fight as good or bad or meh. Like it's for me personally, two of the fighters have to really have that energy to go for it. One thing I do to give credit to Chris Eubank Jr. for is the way he took that W when he won the first one, and the way he took that L in the second one. And we understand why that L happened. We understand. He didn't even look himself. He looked drained. He looked drained at that age, being in that condition, the rehydration clause. The fight should have never happened. The second fight should have never happened. At least not yet. At least not yet. But then also bearing in mind the intro, his intro the first time, legendary. With his dad being there and showing up the way that he showed up. Get me? And then the way, and then obviously just to see certain things that the two dads, you know what I mean, together, Shade, like supporting their sons. It's amazing. Like amazing. It's basically not only is it boxing history, it's British boxing history and also Black British boxing history as well. That there's levels to this. Also, I'm gonna mention one more thing that one more thing in regards to this Conor Ben versus Chris Eubank Jr. It's the intro that Chris Eubank Jr.'s intro with 50 Cent. Yeah, again, legendary. Like he may have lost that match or that fight, but that intro is legendary. It's legendary. You know what I mean? It's legendary. But anyway, let's keep it moving. There you go. I told you. Yeah, they don't want to retire now. Yeah, Tyson. Sorry, not Tyson. Terrence Crawford had to. He didn't have to retire, but you know me. He's not gonna put. He had to give up his belts, isn't it? For what? Yep. No, the Justin versus Quincy never happened though. It never happened. I know what he's trying to say. Get me? I understand. We want it to happen, but it's not gonna happen, is it? Get me? And if it did happen, we know who's gonna win. Never bet against someone from South London. That's all I'm gonna say. Facts. Ricky Hatton was last year as well. Damn. Jimmy Cliff as well. yeah, you see, you see, what's his name? Um, Uncle M missed out on the Canelo and Crawford fight. He didn't mention that. So he was talking about crazy. That's crazy that you missed that. How do you miss that? That's a massive moment. Oh yeah. I remember Bouncer did expose the Shade Borough. Get me, William and Helena. And it's mad because they're both from South London. Well, William is from South London. I don't know about Helena, but that's mad to me. But the way that the Shade Borough run their thing, yeah, it's never going to be the same. But they did try something recently, so I don't know. You know what? Rapman was right to pass this down, this wrap up series to RA. He was right. He was absolutely right. Absolutely right. And it's mad. I think that's why, not mad, it's interesting. It makes sense to why RA decided to use that melody and kind of that melody that's from either the Shiro story or Blue Story. I think it's from one of those two. So it kind of would make sense. So he's paying homage. And that's another thing that also happened. Was it last year? I'm pretty sure it was last year. Supercell came out. Was it last? No, I think the year before. But it was announced that Supercell season 2 is coming out. But what's going to be mad because Gets ain't gonna. If Gets features, he can't feature. Like he literally can't feature, which is mad. We know why he can't feature. This is mad. What do you even do? Damn. Anyway, yeah, Spray's a madman. Spray's a madman. But listen, I will react to he got an interview with Wiley, so I'm definitely reacting to that. Because what do you mean, two unhinged brothers? That's gonna be 2 to 3 hours long. You can tell. It's gonna be unhinged. No, actually, it won't. It won't. It won't. It won't be unhinged. You know why? I think this time Spray would be more. Because Spray had the moment where he can be. You know what? I'm not saying anything. Because if Spray sees this, you know what I'm saying. Let me just be careful with the words I'm saying. All right. But yeah, this whole ambush situation, this is mad. And Chip versus Ambush and Chip could easily, you know what I'm saying? I haven't even reacted to that beef there, and I probably will have to soon. But my focus has been on other content. But anyway, let's go. Oh yeah, the other trial. I mean, he is from Brixton, so naturally, who's gonna shout out Daughters TV? But it's mad. Yo, anyway, let's go. Like, I ain't gonna have to say that English jacket's cold though. Hey, there's a ZZ sniffing. Hey, I don't know. Only she knows if she's sniffing. That is the best way to say that. Because obviously, Bouncer mentioned it. So you have to, if it was a moment that went viral, well, in the UK, well, in the Black British space, just to say that, uh, then obviously you have to say it. I remember that. Thank you, RA. Before everybody in the UK turned rappers, it was a grime thing. It's facts. It is 100% facts. Because while RA is actually literally rapping, he started in grime. Like, I remember him starting on grime. Like, do you know what I mean? With roadside G's. Hey, listen, if you know, you know. Um, this is why I say he's an icon. Like, he's literally like, you have to understand the levels that has. Do you know what I mean? But also the UK versus UK rapper versus US rappers. The fact that Ambush tried to ambush and then do a civil war thing. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you like? It was a moment for the UK to be the UK rap scene to be taken more seriously. Do you understand? Because I'm not being funny. At that particular time, and I still can say it right now, I feel like there's more better rappers in the UK than there is in America. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying we have if we're going to put Kendrick Lamar, okay, we got Dave. Do you understand? We got Dave. All right. If you want to talk about Nas, okay, okay, we don't have a UK Nas. We don't. All right, got me. But other than that, as far as the newer generation, like I feel like we got better MCs, better rappers. You can't. I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm sending 10 toes. Yeah, 10 toes. I believe that. But I feel like from the interview I saw with Wiley on the Winner Talking podcast, he was saying um it looked the labels for Skepta, it looked like it was supposed to be promo because Skepta, like he's more of a grime artist, he's not a rapper, so it didn't make no sense, which is true. Skepta versus Drainer Lucas doesn't make sense. Now, if you were to say Dave versus Drainer Lucas, it would make sense because you got both are good storytellers, both are good lyricists, like literally both are good lyricists. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't really pick either one. Then obviously Dave dropped his album, and once again he proved why he's one of the best. Do you know what I mean? So get me. Shout out to Santa and Dave. Get me. There you go. RS said he forgives, gets, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. Did he? Hollow Man, as in the landlord, aka Gigs, did a partnership deal with the NFL. How did I not know that? This is why I need to pay more attention to what's happening in the UK because there's some things I miss out on. I missed out on that one still. Damn. I like how Aura said he's come a long way from doing a Fed chase. Do you know what I mean? Like arrest and a Fed chase and all that stuff there. I like how he said that because just you have to understand people go through their journeys, isn't it? I need to react to that. Lady the Shirt dropped something last year. I didn't know. I'm rewinding that. The fact that he pulled up, he put the clip of Lady the Shirt saying "mad," because you know that's her phrase, isn't it? When you're overseas, your street cred is not saving you. Hey, take it from someone like him to say that. I don't know. Don't read the last song. Never have. Never will. Let's go. Yep, I remember that. Crypto Corner opened up a food shop, and I remember they tried to act. Some people tried to act like, oh, they said it was black owned. They said it was black owned. They didn't say it was black owned. They literally had a picture with an Asian brother there with them. Do you understand? And also, they were saying, oh, you don't owe that many percentage, blah, blah, blah. I think they were asking about how much percentage do they actually really own. And even though they own the small percentage, it's still ownership. And that is funny because I was watching a video yesterday, when I can't remember, it was recently, where Jay-Z was explaining about percentages in regards to ownership. It's like 0% of ownership is 0%. You don't own nothing. If I'm giving away, like this is not verbatim, but like he's saying, if I'm giving away 50% ownership to LVMH for the I think for that champagne deal or whatever the case may be, he still owns 50%. Do you understand? He still owns 50%. That's it. Do you understand? Even if he was to own 1%, he still owns 1%. Because it's the same thing when he was owning the Barclays Center. Like he owned like a percent. I don't know the exact amount, but it was a very small percent. But he was still owning a part of it. So what we doing there? But anyway, as far as Crypto Corner is concerned, the fact that they got their own supermarket in Croydon, in the ends where they grew up. Come on, man. That's legendary, legendary. The fact that where they started from Gypset, well, obviously not from Gypset, but you know what I'm talking about, from Gypset, then they went on to do their solo, their not solo, their duo, Krypton Corner run. Get me? RED was supposed to be, well, get me? Don't worry about RED for now. But like, they did their thing. Do you know what I mean? And the irony of me talking about Jay Z is because of the whole Jay Z song with Kanye West, the Otis. That song put them on the map on a different level. That version is better than the original. My humble opinion, I'm sticking to it. All right. Um, get me? Like I'm still remembering the bars right now in my head. I'm trying not to say the bars out now. You know what I mean? Got 168 like 24/7. Get a calculator out. What did he say? Legend. You know, I listen. That bar's crazy, crazy bar. But anyway, let's go. We've got another chain of Lowski locked up again. Damn, damn. Yeah, thank you for mentioning Sneak Bowl. Yes, because for the fact that he performed with Vibes Cartel not once but twice, I think there's probably three times this year, is astonishing. Because you remember, he ended up becoming that national anthem. We're still gonna call it a national anthem, yeah. But like, because Yeah, I, there's many national anthems, okay, but like that's an anthem. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that it samples um Vibes Cartel's been released from jail. Like, do you know what I mean? Months later, he's performing in the UK. Sneakball, yeah, it's. I listen. I think it was performing at Wireless Festival with Sneakball. You know what I mean? That's one thing. I think he brought him out, and then also I think there was another time. Then there was also another time. I can't remember, but it's great to see because he doesn't get the props that he deserves, and it's mad. Cartel brought him on stage and brought him on tour. There you go. Yes. Wait. This can't be it. Because there's one thing I don't think he mentioned it. We was about to mention it. Wiley, Dizzy Rascal linking up. And if you heard the story and you see my reaction to his interview with the podcast and mentioning how that came about, it's just literal chance. It's literally just chance. Imagine he's going somewhere else. He sees someone and they say, "Do you know what's happening in Shoreditch or whatever the case is?" And he's like, and he like no, and he gives him a smirk, and it's like as if I don't know. You know how some people think like, oh come on, you're lying. Of course you know. He didn't know, but he obviously ended up going there, seeing Dizzy Rascal, and then that reunion that we wanted to see, not that one in Dubai or wherever it was. This reunion is what we wanted to see. Them doing a set back to back, cold, man. They just yeah. If you know, you know, man. Get me? Rinse FM days, and obviously I know you listen to Rinse FM like that because South London I could only connect to the Light FM. Get me? Supreme FM, but usually the Light FM. If you know, you know. Let's go. That was in 2025. Ashton, he lost in the race to ISO speed, and they said he slipped up. Come on, no, you lost twice or more. Anyway, as far as Astro Speed, I'm going to react to his content in regards to his tour in Africa. I think he's gone to Angola. I think he's got like a set list of places he's going in Africa, and I like that he listed it the way that he listed it, and I respect that. The fact that he's a streamer and he's just living his life. You know what I mean? So it's literally good to see, and it's funny because Ashton ended up doing content whereas to do football, and Astro Speed is that one that can actually play football. He played in a charity match. You know what I mean? Did he score in one? Can't remember. I think he did. Or did he miss? No, he scored in one because he scored a penalty. Let's go. No, 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 no. Because that was in 2025 and he didn't even mention it. He didn't even mention that academics, yeah, what he did in regards to that young boy, to that, I think he was, I don't know how old he was. I know he was a minor, and you're talking to a minor like that. No, there's a reason why Screwface John has a song called Akadidi. I think there's a lot of things, and I get it. Sometimes when you write music, sometimes if it's things like this, you're gonna miss out on a lot of things. And obviously, the majority of this wrap up is in relation to the UK as well. That's another thing. That's another thing. But the fact, oh man, I can't. For me, you can't big up academics. And then obviously he's one of these play one of these. Another thing that wasn't mentioned in the other wrap up was how Elon Musk unmasked the location of where most of the Twitter accounts are from, so people can see the location. So every rage bait profile, you can see exactly what location they're from, where they set up the account as well, or what device they set up their account. It's mad. I rate it. Do you know what I mean? Because if I see a post and I'm like, huh, that looks bait. You know that GIF? That looks bait. And then you go to their profile and you see, okay, they're in that location. It makes sense. Let's keep it moving on. Facts. No, you can't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. He didn't. You can't say Max B did a stage show and they didn't know who he was. Yeah, when he performed, you can't do that. You have to remember he went to an R&B show, which was Brandy and Monica's tour. Yeah, the Boy Is Mine tour. That's an R&B show. Yeah, if Max B, and I can promise you this from now. Yeah, if Max B was to put on a tour, a worldwide tour, or let's just say leave it in the States for now. Yeah. If you did a tour in America and it was called the Wave Tour, for an example, the Wave Tour, that's selling out. That is selling out. It's selling out. You can't tell me him coming home from jail goes viral, like literally the same day. And on the same day, what also goes viral is when his team he goes to New York, the New York Jets, wherever it is located in New York. He goes there, and not only does he see Method Man doing the camera work, for some reason I don't know why he's picking up a side quest, but shout out to Method Man, I mean, but like not only does he see Method Man, but aside from that, guess who wins? The New York Jets win, and they. I'm not an NFL fan. I don't know much about NFL, but one thing I do know is there's certain teams that can barely pick up results. Do you know what I mean? In certain sports, it's mad when you think about it. New York Jets are one of them. Just saying. Or is it the New York Jets, or is it the Cowboys, or it was the New York team? That's all I know. So I know it's an NFL team. So the point I'm trying to make is, come on, man. If he's going viral for that, he's gonna people gonna know. He's people gonna know. But for an R&B song, nah. If I go to an R&B show, I don't expect to hear rap unless the rap is part of the song. You know, like how Fabulous has his song with Tamayo and Little Mo. Like, do you know what I mean? Fairs, cool. But Max B, far as I'm aware, doesn't really have those type of dreads. Although some of the production do have an R&B element, but that's besides the point. Let's go. Chaja has done a documentary for PDC. Are you lying? Obviously he's not because he's from Brixton as well. I need to react to that. I'm not even joking with you because I've been saying it for the longest. Jaja, you need to make a docu series on PDC. You need to make a docu series on PDC. Now Mega Man has to do a docu series on Soul Solid Crew. Get me? And then Wiley's got to do a docu series on himself, but also Roll Deep and every 100 crews that he's been in. But anyway, let's go. Oh yeah, then better. Oh yeah, was that this year? AJ and Will Smith. Um, AJ. DJ AG. Oh yeah, damn. See, I like at the end of I like how the homage he pays to certain individuals at the end of the video, end of the song. I like that as much as there's some people that you know what I mean is what it is. You know what I mean? Let's see what people say in the comments real quick, and then we're gonna have to come back to doing the Mad Skillz one another day. Um, legendary. This is legendary. Yeah, this never misses. Every year it's that time of the year where I'm reminded of what happened. RA is legendary for this, and of course Uncle Murda, two living legends. RA never misses with the wrap up. One of South London's treasures. You know what I'm saying? Forgive, get. No, the F we don't. Hey, I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, one more comment I'm gonna read. You know, it ain't that type, ain't a new year without this guy doing a wrap up. It's true. Me, this is why I had to react to this. All right, but I'm gonna put my comment. I'm gonna say, uh, I'm gonna put so much things. It is that time of year, and I'm grateful that I was able to react to this. You can say I am part of others too. No, all jokes aside, how Ari miss that? Did he? No. How did RA miss that academics was on some foul-ish and no mention of Drake lawsuit against UMG being dismissed. RA still did well, though. Do you know what I mean? Get me? I'm not gonna discredit anyone's art just because. You know what I mean? Um, but anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. What do you think was missed? Especially if you caught everything else. All right. If you caught the TS the Shade Room one, yeah, there's a lot that's missed. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notification. Got more content that's going to be on the way. Get me? If you're here for the K-pop, got more K-pop. You're here for the UK music. I'm here for that. Afrobeats going to be on another channel. You know what I'm saying? The I Shall Speed, him touring African countries, that's going to be on that channel, rightfully so. But yeah, man. Anyways, I appreciate you for sticking by watching. That is it for now. Let me just get this thing up now before I forget. So, get me? So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.